guys. Oh my god, I am so freaking excited because this is the how I did my makeup in high school challenge. But I'm gonna do mine a little bit differently. In high school, my makeup was pretty basic, but my first year of college was even worse. That is when I had the most makeup fails, and so I'm gonna do that one as well. It's a trip down memory lane. I'm not sure I want to go there. Okay, shit's getting real. I put my hair up in a bun. So in my high school years, I had just moved from England to a small town in Canada called Moncton, which is in New Brunswick, the province. We had no Mac. We definitely didn't have a Sephora. What we did have was a Sears. Go Sears. And so Sears became where I actually got the most of my makeup. On my face, I never wore foundation in high school. I actually didn't wear foundation until my first year of college. But when I did have a pimple, I would spot conceal and I would use this. This is the exact one from high school. This is the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Honey. This is like literally 10 years old. It's been 10 years since I was in high school. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and spot conceal with something else, but wish me luck. Honestly, guys, I think if you have good skin, go as long as you can without wearing foundation, because once you start, it is a slippery slope. And then I would just basically use my finger to blend it in. So I wouldn't powder, I wouldn't do my brows. Oh my god, you guys, my brows in high school, they were thick as fuck. Then I would move on to my eyes. I would start out with an eyeliner pencil. I usually use the Clinique highliner for eyes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a creamy black eye pencil. And I would only put this on my lower waterlines. Don't ask why. I used to, like when I was really little, do it so messily that it would drag all the way down, and my dad used to make fun of me and call me panda eyes. When he would do it in public, I would get so mad at him. One time he did it in front of like our family friends, and like I ran to the car and cried. Looking back, girl, he was telling no lies. Boom! I was feeling hot at this point. Pretty much if I was going to school, I would just put on some mascara now and keep going. But if it was a special event, girl, I was busting out the silver eyeshadow. And when silver eyeshadow came out, it was lit. Like, it was a party. It was on and popping, and I knew I was going to be feeling myself. I would take the iciest silver I can find. So I'm going to use this one on the top here. And I would take the sponge applicator that it came with, and I would start to put this in the inner corner. Literally, you want to look like you're crying silver tears. So I bring it in like this. This is the look that I did for graduation. I did it for all my parties in high school that I went to. I did it for prom. Yes, I did it for prom, except this time the silver came all the way across the lid. If I was going to like teen night at the club, because we already lived in Moncton, there was like these voodoo teen nightclubs. And so it was a 19+ nightclub for those who could drink, but there were nights of the year when it was for teenagers, and those were, girl, we all went out at these times. And so you know the silver was making an appearance. I would also take this on the tip of the brush and I would go right underneath the lashes. My high school experience was pretty fun. Honestly, I will be deadly honest with you. My high school consisted of a lot of drinking. I started drinking when I was 15. The first time we paid someone to get us alcohol who was 19+, because that's the legal drinking age in Canada. And we went to my friend's house under the guise of having a sleepover, like my best girlfriend's house. And of course her mom caught us in the basement with all the alcohol. Our parents got called, we got sent home. I thought I was gonna be in the most shit. But my parents were like, oh, we'd rather you just tell us so we know where you are. Like, my parents were pretty strictish growing up, so when they said that, I was like, I would go in with mascara. I would pretty much use any mascara I could get my hands on, and I would literally go to town and load on the coats. I remember my best friend, he lived right behind my house, so I could just walk like through the backyard. He lived like on the street behind, and I could just walk through everyone's backyard and get there, and it literally took 2 seconds. Living. Oh my god, you guys, my camera cut out when I did my blush. Literally, it looks like I have a sunburn because that is how I looked all of the time. I would use a Clinique blush. I looked for it in the color New Clover. It was like a terracotta sunburn color. It was really nice. So I will just add a little bit more for fun's sake. Why am I trying to go back here? There was no going back here in high school. It was all Apple focused. So yeah, I made it sound like all I did was drink in high school, but honestly, I was a pretty good student. School came easy to me, I know. So I think that's why I liked it. I loved English. I loved math. I did like trig and 3-space, calculus, all of that. Ate all that shit up in high school. I even did a few AP courses, so I had credits going into my first year of college. So yeah, although I had a wild side with the drinking, like I wasn't all crazy, like I was pretty level. I think that's why my parents as well was kind of okay with my extracurricular. Let's just move on to lips. So there was no contouring, there was no highlighting back in the day. I mean, honestly, I lived in Moncton, New Brunswick, so this was like a full beat snatch, honey. Like, no one was wearing that much makeup. It was so simple. So this I found this morning. I was so excited. This is the actual lip gloss that I used in high school. It is so grody. Like, I can see it separating in the... Why do I still have this? It is the Clinique Super Balm Moisturizing Gloss in the color Grapefruit. This doesn't come in this color. color anymore. Or there was a gloss that I used. It was in a thin tube also by Clinique. It was called Impossibly Glossy, and I got it in the color Azalea. It was like high vinyl gloss shine, and it was a brightish pink color. So the closest thing I have is probably this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Metallic Rose. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. No lip liner, no nothing. So yes, honey, there we have it. I am snatched. I am ready to get all the boys. I was ready to go out to the school dance. I lived for a school dance. I really did have a good high school experience. Oh, the cafeteria in high school was lit. They had the best food. Oh my god, the best food. But this is how I did my makeup. So yes, now I'm gonna go ahead, wash all this off. I'm gonna be right back, and I'm gonna show you how I did my makeup the first year of college. It was more makeup fail than this. Like, it got worse. So after high school, shit only got worse. I moved to a bigger city. I had MAC. I found Sephora too. It was game over. I was still walking around a hot mess. I was using a tinted moisturizer, a Stila tinted moisturizer at first on my face. I would dot it on my face. It's a little bit lighter than I remember it being. And then because I was a cheap college student who wasn't gonna spend $40 on a brush, I massaged it with my hand. So I guess I spent an extra 20 minutes in the morning blending the foundation into my skin because this is a nightmare. Then I would take my trusty Bare Minerals powder. This is Bare Minerals Matte powder in the shade Golden Medium. Then I would just set my face with this with a stippling brush. This was just a cheap one that I got from the drugstore. Same brush, same powder. By this time, I had finally frickin' plucked my eyebrows, so I would do some eyebrow grooming too. I would take MAC's Espresso eyeshadows and I would start filling in my eyebrows. First of all, Espresso is way too red for my brows, so what was I thinking? And I would make it thick. And then I would fill in all the hairs. Thank God I wasn't on YouTube under all these lights, because you can see like how fucking red brown this is. Oh my god. Did I have no friends? Like, why? And yeah, after this, that was it. I didn't bother using a brow spoolie, no brow gel. Why bother? Just leave all that shit in there thick. The very first eyeshadow I bought, even before I bought that brow shadow, was All That Glitters from MAC. And I bought a 239 brush. And this just went all the way on my lid. No primer either. Why do we want the color to show up? I really do like this color though, I'm not gonna lie. This was a standard back in the day. Even when I started YouTube, when I first found YouTube, this was it. Why didn't someone tell me that I should have bought a matte crease shade? Girl, I was a magpie, so I bought Amber Lights. This is a gorgeous copper shimmer color. And I bought a MAC 217 brush. And you bet, I would go right in my crease with this. All the way through my crease, high in my crease. Right on top of that shadow, I would take it high. I also didn't like to blend too much because dumbass me thought that when I blended, I would blend the color away and it wouldn't be strong. I didn't realize that you could go back into the color and you could take your time. And I would take the Amber Light shadow and put that underneath the lower lash line. I think I just got eyeshadow in my eye. And I know what you guys are thinking. Girl, this doesn't look that bad. Just wait. I would take my trusty black eyeliner and line my waterlines because black is where it's at. Again, I wasn't touching my upper lash line. Literally, I was spent about 20 minutes still using my mascara. I was using at this time the mascara by YSL. I thought I was a bougie bitch. This is the only blush I ever had that I would always use, NARS Orgasm. And I would just go to town on this. Like, I wanted to look literally like I just had an orgasm. Like, I was literally so heavy-handed, the more the better. I did actually highlight. This was NARS Albatross. This was like one of the only few highlighters on the market. I didn't even have a brush. Like, people were using this or Max Vanilla Pigment. And I would just put it right here, like this. I thought I was popping, I mean. Is my highlight on fleek though? Just kidding. This is the part where it went from, kind of passable, like I could have got away with this shit, to downright ratchet. I would take MAC Saint Germain. I do not have it anymore and I refuse to buy this. So I have two. This is an old MAC lipstick called Lazy Day, which is kind of the same kind of color, and a YSL lipstick. I'm going to mix them and try and get the same color because I guess I was auditioning for a stint in my first year of college as a Ganguro girl. So this looks bad enough and crusty enough as it is, but I swear to you guys, Saint Germain was worse. So let me go in with this one. Like, when this lip color went on, I was like feeling myself. So yeah guys, this is how I did my makeup in the first year of college. Honestly, I'm not that mad at the foundation. I'm really not that mad at the foundation. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane with me. Let me know what you guys' biggest makeup fails was in high school. I am so curious to know, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.